This time, it's not just the usual rain and snow. We've got hail, hurricanes, tornadoes, and more. As you can imagine, a regular house is not gonna survive these conditions. The biome generation has been completely revamped, and now we have to manage thirst and the temperature. Plus, if you eat unhealthy food or stay in the dark for too long, you might just lose your mind. The goal of this survival is simple: stay alive and defeat the Ender Dragon. But trust me, it's not gonna be anything but easy. Well, here we are, spawning in the middle of the endless desert. Honestly, this is probably the worst possible scenario, but we do have a small bonus: weather resistance for 5 minutes. We need to make the most of that time. First, I decide to scout the area, hoping to find a biome that's a little less scorching. It's only the start of the spring, and the situation could get worse with each passing day. We'll have to pick a direction and move, hoping for the best. In the distance, I spotted some trees. There aren't many of them around here, so I headed straight towards them. I got lucky, there was a river nearby. I also noticed a desert temple, but a small desert house seemed more promising. Maybe there is a water bottle inside or something else useful for survival. I hope this place isn't as bad as it looks and that it has resources we need. Bad? Oh, chest? Though it didn't contain anything particularly useful. There was also an upstairs area, like a balcony with another chest. This time I found a crossbow, an excellent find for the first weapon. A bit later I came across another chest with another crossbow. I'm not sure if we'll need both, but at least we're prepared to defend ourselves against hostile mobs. Honestly, I'm not sure we should stay here for a while or try to move on. Everything around us is so hot and barren. I'm not sure if I'll find anything better. It might be wiser to stick around and at least get some basic tools together. It looks like the owner of this house has arrived. At this stage, it's probably best to avoid any fights. I need to make the most of the resources I have right now. A solid plan would be to craft a pickaxe and gather some stone to upgrade my gear. But before I could even reach the stone, the heat hit me hard. That's when I realized I made a big mistake by staying in this biome. At this point, the only thing that can save us is water. The problem is, I don't have anything to carry it in. Whether it was greed or just hope of finding something valuable, I decided to check out the desert temple. I had to move fast because the desert heat wasn't gonna spare me. Thankfully, I was deep enough underground where the sun wasn't a threat. Out of the loot in the chests, I only found a couple of golden apples and a book with power 4. I still have 2 iron ingots, which isn't enough to craft a water bucket. And just seconds after I emerged from the tomb, I started burning up. Luckily, I headed straight for the river. I don't think I would have had a chance of surviving anywhere else in this desert. Now we're facing 2 main problems. First, we're still stuck in the scorching biome, and second, I can't recover my health because I can't drink water without a canteen, and I need leather to craft one. But as you may notice, there aren't any animals around. And the longer we stay in the water, the more we'll lose our sanity, and who knows what will happen when the level hits rock bottom. By the end of the day, I spotted a village in the distance, an excellent place to gather resources and maybe find something new. Also, the heat drops at night and we can safely explore the surface. There is not much time until morning, so we need to make the most of it. The first thing I did was to scout the area, and I noticed a desert fortress. Honestly, I'm not sure if it's worth exploring. It might not have many resources and looting it could take a lot of time. Please, no! I've got almost no HP left. Please? What do I do? I've got golden apples. I think I'll gather some hay bales while I'm here. What is this? I just got an achievement. After taking a few emeralds and some bread, I decided to move on, hoping to escape the scorching hellscape. Along the way, I stumbled upon another settlement with a strange structure inside, but I didn't stick around and kept going. Thirst was starting to take its toll. I could no longer run. Thankfully, I could still sail in the boat. As dawn approached, I finally found a new biome with huge spruce trees. As you can see, there is nothing but endless desert around us, so this can be our salvation. But my relief was short-lived. As soon as I entered the new biome, I realized that the spruce trees were just a part of the barren wasteland. We urgently need to find a shelter because the sun is rising. I noticed some kind of structure nearby, but as I got closer I was surrounded by pillagers. At that moment I wasn't thinking about resources or food, I just needed to survive. By morning I had reached an ocean and now we need to stay close to it. Even while sailing in the boat we might start burning. There was no time to think, just barren lands all around us. And as you can see from my HP, my attempts at survival haven't been successful. On the way I spotted a jungle but hesitated to enter. For me, this might be the last time I set foot on the land. It seems like cold biomes are close. The dark forest could be our first refuge from the deadly heat. It should be cooler here than in the jungle. With 1.5 hearts left, finally we can walk on the solid ground. Now we need to find some leather, as it's the only material for crafting a canteen. By morning I was walking through new biomes and stumbled upon a breathtaking view. Unfortunately, we still don't have any leather and I haven't encountered a single animal along the way. After nearly a day of wandering, I finally came across a village, and nearby there were some giraffes too. The most important thing is that this type of village spawns on the plain where animals might be. After reaching the destination, I crafted an iron sword and set out to hunt cows. There were only 2 in the entire village, which definitely isn't enough. I also found a chest with some supplies, including leather pants. In a situation like this, even the smallest things bring joy. Ahead lay new biomes and hopefully we'll encounter more cows. The landscapes here are just stunning. Before long, I found some more cows, and there were several of them. Luckily, after slaying the first one, I had enough leather. A snowstorm started, but despite that I could finally craft the first canteen. This thing might last us the entire survival journey. Finally, we can start regenerating health. Traveling is much safer now. Anyway, while it was night outside, I decided not to waste any time. I grabbed the 3 bookshelves and started digging a mine. My plan was to gather as many resources as possible and leave this place already equipped. Before long, I stumbled upon a spider cave. Using the iron, I crafted various types of gear. Finally, I could transfer water in the bucket. And even found my first diamonds, and not just one vein. Now I'm smelting a new batch of iron, and to be honest I'm ready to head out. It's pretty dangerous down here in caves. On my way out I found yet another vein of diamonds, and only after killing all the mobs in the area I was able to mine them. Alright, it's time to get out of here. It's really dangerous staying in these caves, and considering the amount of resources we have now, I don't think we'll be coming back anytime soon. I emerged a bit later than planned, and it's already daytime outside, so we'll need to stay close to the water to avoid overheating. I cooked all my food supplies, gathered all the necessary items, and continued on my journey. It seems this place is just too hot for us. We need to find cooler biomes. On my way, I came across some ruins. Inside there was a vase, some sand that could be brushed, and a chest with a coal and a treasure map. You know, everything might come in handy, so let's head out on the next leg of our journey. I got so caught up on my journey that I almost forgot my original goal was to find a treasure. Luckily, I stumbled upon a new ship with some useful resources, and it turns out that the treasure was actually nearby. The floating island I saw was incredibly impressive, and I was curious to see what might be up there. But I also knew that time was short and I didn't have enough blocks to reach it. The treasure was rich in resources, and among the other things, I found water-breathing potions and a leather chestplate. As I continued, I came across new forests and decided it was time to start looking for a place to settle down. Oh, a little snail! It's hiding! It turned out that nearby forests were some magnificent calcite mountains. Their beauty was captivating, and the idea of settling somewhere close by seemed perfect. However, it could get pretty cold at nights here. There were also several other biomes nearby, so I'm confident we'll find a suitable spot. Who's that? He disappeared. What kind of monster is this? Bro, I'm now scared for real. After wandering all night, I decided to stop on a small island. It felt cozy and I immediately knew it was the perfect place to build our base. I cleared the area of trees and set up a small camp with a crafting table and chest. Then I continued chopping wood because we'd need a lot of resources for the future house. The nights here were really cold, so I decided to just sleep through them. I started outlining the house when the weather suddenly took a turn for the worse. In the distance, a tornado began to form, and the worst part, it was heading straight for us. Not wanting to take any chances, I left the island to see what would happen. I'm on the other side now, and I really hope the outlines of my building won't be destroyed. Or that would be a really bad omen. The weather here is really unforgiving. Hey, where are you going? Little bee! No! I'm gonna need to think careful about how to reinforce our house. We'll need more resources. Oh, raiders? Did the wind blow you here or what? Well, part of the structure is already marked out, just a bit more to go. I think we'll have something like a small but sturdy house. For that, we'll need more logs. Honestly, I spent the entire day in the forest. I encountered new animals, gathered wood, and when I returned back to my half-built house, I ran into a problem. I couldn't sleep. What? What the heck, I can't sleep. On the top of everything, the temperature dropped significantly at night, making it impossible to survive without help. Thankfully, I had some coal, so I crafted a campfire to keep warm. It also helps to restore sanity, which is pretty important. Not wanting to waste any time, I continued building the house, though at this point it was just wall. That thing is standing out there, watching me. Oh, and I still can't sleep. Okay, we have doors now, but I think it'll be safer this way. Let's craft a helmet and chestplate just in case. You never know what might happen. With no other options, I decided to dig a mine since we'll need a lot of cobblestone to reinforce the house. Oh no, I'm freezing while mining. When will this night end? As morning approached, I decided to continue digging downwards to gather more cobblestone. The river around our island had already frozen, and it seems like today wasn't the best day for exploring. It's better to stay home until cold passes. Plus, we have a lot of diamonds, so I decided to upgrade my leggings. With the new gear, I continued working on the house because who knows when the next tornado or something worse might hit. I crafted a diamond pickaxe and kept mining stone and ores. The roof was taking up a lot of materials and it's hard to tell when I'd finished building it. I also planned to build an attic, but the weather interfered with those plans just as I was working on the roof. Fortunately, the tornado never fully formed. I was close to finishing. The roof was done. I'm not sure how sturdy our structure is, but I hope the upcoming bad weather won't ruin our plans. I built the stairs to the second floor and our house was almost complete. I also decided to move a campfire. It could be turned into something like a chimney. Ooh, I barely made it back home. I guess we didn't choose the best place to settle, but I'm sure we'll get used to it over time. The next morning, I started gathering sand, decorating the house, and redoing the floors. I think the dark blocks fitted nicely here. As for the chimney, I didn't want to overthink it. After all, a fireplace is just a fireplace. While exploring the crafting table, I came across with water purifier. Super useful in our situation. Water is just as important as food and purified water restores more thirst. After smelting the sand, I began installing windows. At this stage, I could say that the house was complete. Even the cold shouldn't be an issue now. The morning of the new day was calm. I started setting up chests and organizing the resources we had. Later, I came up with the idea to build a basement as a shelter from harsh weather. I think it'll be a small room, maybe even with a garden. Summer is approaching and we need to make sure we have enough food. Luckily, I have some potatoes left from the last expedition. They're perfect for staving off hunger. It's so beautiful here. But, you know, I don't like that light in the distance. I think I'll stay indoors. The night doesn't seem to be like the safest time to be outside. I continued sorting items. While doing so, I had the idea to craft a small sugarcane farm right next to the garden. Even though sugarcane only grows in the summer, it might be useful in the future for making books, paper, or even trading. I also decided to add another chimney. After all, you can never have too many fireplaces. As I expanded the crops, I encountered an interesting bug. At first, when I looked in Enderman's eyes, he didn't react. And secondly, my sanity is dropping quite quickly. By the way, the Enderman was kind enough to leave me a pearl. The damage left by the storms was impressive. It's hard to believe it was once a dense forest. The powerful tornado even ripped out logs, a reminder that I need to be specifically careful when choosing materials for future builds. At this point, it seems wise to focus on gathering resources. A journey to explore new territories sounded like a great idea. There could be new adventures ahead that would bring not only resources but also a valuable knowledge about the world around us. Along the way, I decided to only kill cows. Any hits on mobs reduce awareness, especially on peaceful ones. Wow, a chicken. How did you get here?
You're my friend now.
Well, we've got a village for the night. Hay is always useful. There are elephants around, so I need to be careful. Oh no, it's not funny anymore. I can't even hit the zombie. He's dodging like crazy. How do I hit him? No, just delete me from this world. And now the weather is acting up. There's even a tornado in the distance. I'm telling you, the weather here is completely insane. As evening approached, I stumbled upon a new village at the foot of the volcano. Although I didn't find anything particularly valuable, I decided to climb to the top to see if there was anything interesting up there. The volcano was impressive, especially at night when its outline looked particularly striking. On my way back, I noticed that my awareness had dropped to half. I didn't want to skip the night as I needed to better prepare for summer, and wasting precious time wasn't a good idea. What's happening? That bright light in the distance, is that the sun? Why does it hurt my eyes so much? I better avoid fights, my awareness keeps dropping. What's ahead of us? I need to find my way home quickly. Looks like a tornado passed through here. The forest has turned into a barren land. I think I recognize this place now, and I believe I've been to this village before. Yes, there is our home! Finally we are safe. Just in time too, there is already a blizzard raging outside. I think it's a good idea to add some hay under the campfire to make it burn better. That's really scary. I decided to reinforce the chimneys in case of bad weather. I've barricaded all the doors, but it still feels like something is watching us. Also, I spent the entire evening sorting items by the fire, as it's currently the best way to restore awareness. I restocked on food and decided to create a brewing area since I had gathered some new blocks during my expedition. As dawn broke, I felt a bit better. I really want our island to be as green as the surrounding areas. I'm not sure how possible that is, but it would be much nicer to see our house standing on the lush green grass. While gathering wood, the weather began to worsen again. And something was definitely happening right above our house. I think it's best to stay inside until it passes. Oh my god, what is this sound? I continued to expand the garden, and luckily the storm passed, allowing me to relax a bit. We still have plenty of diamonds, so I could craft a sword. Since we already have an enchanting table and books, we could try to upgrade something. I set it all up on the second floor of our house. It looks cozy, and more importantly, we can enchant our items to the level 16. I decided to take my time and only upgraded leggings to protection 2 and my sword to sharpness. Afterward, I enjoyed the evening view and went to sleep. The next day the weather was as usual not the best, but I still decided not to stay home and went to collect sugarcane nearby as I had some interesting plans. Only a minute after entering the winter biome did I realize it wasn't the best idea. Fortunately, there was lava nearby that saved the situation. Upon returning home, I used the paper from the sugarcane and clock to craft a calendar. Turns out, summer is just around the corner, and honestly, time flies really fast. What worries me the most is that this place is literally crawling with tornadoes, and at some point one of them might become so powerful that our house won't withstand it. I think it's better to wait out in the basement, as it will be much safer. Fortunately, the tornado passed by and our house remained intact, which is the most important thing. The next morning began with adding new room to our basement. I'm planning to create a secret passage, but for that we'll need more stone. It's gonna be sort of emergency exit. It's important that we are building it out of stone, as it's the strongest material we have. I'm also planning to set up a farm nearby. We'll have to decide who will live in there, but for now this is the last day of spring. Summer has finally arrived. With the warmer weather, the river is slowly beginning to thaw, and it seems like the perfect time to start looking for animals to add to our pen. I hope there should be some creatures nearby, though I'm not sure if they survive the harsh weather conditions. It seems only smaller animals might have managed to take a shelter, while the larger ones probably didn't stand a chance. However, I can postpone the search for a bit and focus on something just as important: gathering dirt. My plan is to green the entire island, and the sooner I start, the quicker I'll see the results of my efforts. I need the grass to spread to our house as soon as possible. I got so caught up in the work that I lost track of time, which turned out to be a serious mistake. That creature started watching me again.
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy?
Oh no, should I look at it or not? Oh no, that was a mistake. That's a bad sign. I need to block myself in. But I don't even have proper blocks. Damn, I don't even have blocks for an emergency situation. What should I do?
I'm joking. Stop.
That thing just broke through my wall. In situations like this, it's better to use the emergency exit. Once dawn broke, I became much safer. I continued lighting up the area and leveling the ground. Meanwhile, our crops began to sprout, and I kept diligently gathering dirt. Our island is quite huge, so the work is taking a considerable amount of time. Slowly the area is starting to transform, and I decided to install iron doors. Now the emergency exit will be used strictly for exiting, so nothing can sneak in from the other side. At this point our resources are starting to dwindle, and we also need to replenish our stone supply. It seems like it's time to head down to the mines. I decided to continue digging down the tunnel I started earlier, hoping to find a cave. Soon enough, my efforts paid off, and I stumbled upon a cave. Plus, I found some diamonds already, though honestly it would be more useful to find other ores for future mechanisms and craftings. But I definitely won't turn down some extra diamonds. But there are mines down there, so maybe we can find something interesting. I think it's better to take my time and gradually explore the area. After some time exploring the cave, I came across a large lava lake and decided to stay for a bit to mine some obsidian, or obsidian. While I was here, I spotted more diamonds in the distance. Honestly, with the recent updates, diamonds seem to be much more common in caves. I think we'll soon have a full set of gear made of the toughest material. My shield broke. You're gonna pay for this. I need to craft a new shield or I won't last long down here. I think the blocks are slowly changing their appearance. I've been in this cave longer than I should have. And these skeletons. I can't lose any more health. Oh god. I think it's time to head back to the surface because I really don't want to find out what happens if my awareness drops too low. Wow, this little cave is so cute, with cucumbers right in the water. Soon I dug my way up under some water and emerged right near the house. The grass is already beginning to spread towards the center of the island, which is quite reassuring. I started sorting the resources I gathered, many of which need to be smelted. That's what I spent most of my time doing. Also, I just found out that you can craft armor from leaves. This will make surviving in hot biomes much easier. I also crafted a diamond axe and shovel, so now we have a full set of diamond tools. Although I still have a decent amount of diamonds left, I decided to save them for now. Reinforced armor isn't a priority at the moment, so there is no rush to create it. Alright, I take back what I said, we might need at least a diamond chestplate. Protection 2 sounds pretty good. Now it's time to head to the Nether. Sooner or later, we'll need to gather resources from there. Fortunately, we spawned in a relatively safe spot, except for that gas floating around. I started gathering some useful resources, but quickly realized that at this rate we definitely won't have enough water. I think it's better to return to the overworld for now. Back home, I crafted an additional canteen to avoid running into a similar problem in the future. And while I was there, I noticed a wandering trader near the house. Of course, he didn't have anything particularly useful, but extra leads never hurt. I purified all the water I had, made even more bottles, and now with this gear it's time to set off. There is one thing I didn't consider. With low sanity we won't last long here, so we need to use our time wisely. Bro, I haven't found anything in this area so far, and on top of that I'm starting to hear voices in my head. I think it's time to head back home. I guess we'll spend some time near the campfire to recover our health, right? Huh? Right now, some golden pants would be handy, since it's better to avoid damage while trading. Although the trade wasn't very successful, I managed to get some leather, 3 pearls and a potion of fire resistance. However, my sanity started to drop, so I didn't linger and returned to the overworld. I need to find a way to maintain my awareness without much effort. Breeding animals could be a good solution, but I need to find some first. What do these llamas even eat? I set out to search for animals, but the journey took longer than I expected. After an entire day of wandering, I still couldn't find any suitable animals for breeding, but I did stumble upon a hut with a swamp. I decided to explore it, but found only a barrel with a potion of weakness and some slime, not particularly valuable. However, in the same swamp I discovered some frogs. Also, our leaf armor is red because it's the middle of the summer. Where is it jumping? Why is it so fast? What? Where is it going? Why is it so... What? Is it a drift? Why is it jumping? Is it a drift on frog? What? Is it twin turbo on frog? Why is it drifting like that? I've never seen anything like that before. Just look at that frog. Oh, they just breathed by Bluetooth, or what was that? Okay, we have a frog X. By the way, I noticed some catfish in the water. We need to figure out how to lead the sheep, as they don't seem to be interested in the wheat. Or maybe it'll be a slow process. No, no, that thing is still standing there. No. Oh, how do I get rid of it? Oh, he gave us a trident. Oh, why do I even need it? This place looks intimidating. Now I need to figure out how to get the sheep back to our house. From what I understand, the sea should connect to our river near our home, so I'll lead one sheep with a lash and the other will sit in the boat. I think it's a good idea for moving the animals. The voices in my head were getting louder and louder. By dawn, I was getting closer to home. I could only lead sheep with a lash, as they were very stubborn and the primitive wheat method wasn't working anymore. I brought the first one, then the second. I needed to build something like a window so that the grass could grow inside as well. I hope it will spread that way. At the very least, we need to test it out. For now, we'll continue breeding the sheep and gradually regain our awareness. The next day I heard some strange sounds, but this time it was just a wandering trader. As usual, he didn't have anything useful to offer, but extra leads never hurt. I decided to place a separate barrel next to the sheep farm for storing all the items related to animal husbandry. In summer, everything grows much faster, which works in our favor. Food supplies are always running low, so now it'll be especially useful. As I continued to recover my sanity, I heard the thunder, and it seems like new troubles are headed our way. Whoa. I don't really like this. The thing is setting the whole forest on fire. I hope it doesn't turn this way. Just look at how that thing looks from the distance. This is insane. Dang, I'm starting to get blown away. I think the best idea at this point is to hide and hope it doesn't come our way. Jeez, that thing is massive. Nothing survives in its path. I have a feeling it's heading straight for us. It's right next to our house now. This is getting really scary. The tornado is getting closer and a direct hit seems inevitable. I mean, our house seems to be sturdy, but who knows what a fiery twister could do. You know, this fire inside my house isn't making me feel any better. We just have to hope our building can withstand all this. I think it's safe to come out and see what's happened. Oh wow. This is a total destruction. All the grass near our territory has burned down. Now we'll have to wait for it to grow back again. The roof of our house is heavily damaged, and some of the bookshelves either turned to ash or were blown away by tornado. The weather is absolutely ruthless. However, despite everything, I think our house held up pretty well. The damage isn't too severe. Unfortunately, the wind blew away the campfires, so we'll need to relight them. I continue gathering sugarcane and replacing the torches that were blown away from our territory. And it seems like these hurricanes are never ending. Another tornado is on its way. I didn't even have a time to rebuild anything, what the heck? This time I'm taking shelter in the basement. Luckily the hurricane passed us by this time. I hope this kind of weather doesn't return, as it causes enormous damage to our island. I continued breeding the sheep, lighting up the area, and by morning I managed to restore my awareness to a decent level. Now I can finally enjoy the sunrise. I continued bringing more soil to our territory, breeding sheep, and I noticed some trap appearing nearby, maybe somehow connected to that monster. Oh, an enderman, come here, and it dropped a grass block. That's perfect, I need that to green our territory faster. Just amazing, the sunrise is so beautiful, but I'm encountering more and more traps around my house, which is getting a bit concerning. The night seems quiet this time, except for that poor skeleton.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Oh, he's about to get wrecked. What? Did you see that? There is still a lot of work to be done on the island, and gathering resources is really time consuming. Our basement has become a place where we spend a significant amount of time, so I thought it would be a good idea to spruce it up a bit. I decided to make walls out of oak logs and spruce planks. The combination turned out pretty cozy. We had a lot of deep slate and we can craft beautiful bricks, which were perfect for the ceiling. The dark blocks pair well with the wood, creating a nice and warm atmosphere. Our sheep farm continues to grow, just like the island itself. However, staying in one place for too long isn't ideal, so I decided to embark on a new journey. I gathered enough food and most importantly water before heading to the Nether. Sooner or later I'll need to fully explore it, and I hope this expedition would be successful. I chose a new direction that I hadn't explored before, collecting resources along the way that might be useful later. Unexpectedly, I stumble upon a fortress. The most important thing here is to avoid taking any damage and conserve water as my supplies are limited. I started by exploring the tunnels with chests, hoping to find something valuable. Unfortunately, I found only one chest and some nether wart, which is still useful. I then ventured deeper into the fortress, encountering an increasing number of mobs. We need to be more careful. Oh my gosh! Now I have to use the water to restore my health. I finally reached the blaze spawner. Time to farm. Weird, I have managed to conserve my water pretty well. I think 9 blaze rods should be enough, so it's time to head back. What a strange feeling that all the piglins are hostile towards me. I can't seem to get any more resources. I think it's better to head home and slowly recover my sanity. Plus, we can start brewing potions now, and making a strength potion seems to be a great idea. Could you not scare me like that? We now have a few more bookshelves. With them we can enchant at level 12. With the first rays of dawn, I released the catfish into our river and headed to the mines. My main goal is to find a gold for trading with piglins, though diamonds would be a nice bonus. But finding gold in the mines isn't easy, and I began to doubt whether it was worth continuing the search there. We need to change the plan for the Nether. This time I brought some extra leaves in case my armor breaks. Honestly, our armor isn't very effective at all. I think we'll spend most of our time here mining quartz and gold. We need to trade for more leather and pearls as soon as possible. It would be great to find a bastion since we're running low on gold. I'm not even sure if we have enough to trade for anything. Well, at least I'm a little lucky with the leather, if you can call it that. I'll make one last trade and head back. No! Sorry, that was a reflex. Okay, please. Please run. Where's the water? No, please. I'm at hell of a heart. I need to regenerate. Oh my god. Please. Please. No. Run. Run. I can't believe I survived that. It's just crazy. We desperately need to restore our awareness. The sheep. What's wrong with them? I think I need to recover quickly. There is something standing at our door. This isn't good. Unfortunately, I can no longer breed the sheep. Their appearance has become frightening, and the night sky has lost its usual colors. However, we finally have enough bookshelves to upgrade the enchanting table, and now we can enchant items at level 20. First, I decided to upgrade a shovel with efficiency 2, as I use it quite often. I also created a sword with looting and knockback 1. Though I thought sharpness would have been more useful. So I crafted another sword, enchanted it with sharpness 3 and combined them at the anvil. I really don't want to spend time recovering awareness, it takes far too long. I think the best idea is to continue greening up our territory, though these colors are really hard on the eyes. I also decided to place more campfires across the island to help to restore their awareness. And we'll keep breeding the sheep. Was that me? Meanwhile, fall had arrived. With the arrival of autumn, the surrounding nature has transformed and our island is now fully covered in grass. Something we've been working towards for a long time. I decided to plant a few spruce trees on my territory and lay down a path. It's time to embark on a new journey as there are so many unexplored biomes out there. I took a bucket of lava with me in case it gets cold and I need to warm up. I waited for the sun to rise, and by the next morning I set off on my journey. There are so many new biomes here and I want to explore as many as possible. This biome is quite cold and features sandstorms. By evening I finally reached the tower I had noticed earlier. I think it'll be a great place to wait out the bad weather. Here I obtained a few more bookshelves and climbed higher to explore the structure. Whoa, what's that? Something is crawling. Well, first of all, what is this? And secondly, cute axolotl crystal! We don't need lava anymore. We're taking little cutie! From here we can climb even higher. It looks like we have something resembling a library. From here I took the bookshelves. I was about to continue my journey, but a severe storm began, so I decided to stay a bit longer. Once the weather calmed down, I resumed my journey. Honestly, this crystal biome is the most beautiful, don't you think so? Later I entered the meadow biome and came across this clay thing. It seems like there wasn't much under it, but it looks quite strange. As evening approached, I started getting closer to the cold lands. Likely there was a lava lake nearby to keep warm for the time being. And thanks to it I could enjoy the beautiful sunset. By morning I realized that we wouldn't last long in this cold biome and decided to start sheep hunting to gear up in some wool armor. At first it didn't seem too cold, but as the day went I started freezing. Not sorry for the sheep massacre, but we gotta move fast. Ouch. Ouch. Okay, we've got 5 wool already. Time to craft a hat. Rate my drip from 1 to 10. What is this? Well, now cold biomes ain't got anything on us. On my way, I came across this structure with a vase. I think it'll make a nice decoration back home. Wow, the sheep's got some serious camo skills.
Tried it.
So yeah, I arrived somewhere at night, all nearby biomes are pretty chill, and we need to find some shelter. That village in the distance looks just right. So we've got some Herobrine kids? Why are you eyeballing me from over there? Chill out, dude. So yeah, I'm at the village now, and from here I can see a pillager outpost. And I got an idea. I plan to get a bad omen effect and start a raid in the village. Sounds crazy, but I'm already here and ready to lay the smackdown. I also found 2 fairies and they can pick up items. What's more, they give us a new achievement, which is pretty much the only thing keeping my sanity in the check right now. So we start the raid and I'm looking up one of the villagers so at least someone survives this mess. No! How many hearts does that dude take off? Dang, and I'm now freezing. My wool armor's falling apart. What do I do? Oh wait, there is wool here. Just gotta hurry. 2 hearts left, please. Need 5 wool. Okay, water. Water, and quickly. Potatoes. Alright, crafting table. Dang it, helmet. Put it on. Half a heart. Ooh, oh my god. I almost kicked the bucket. That was intense. I could have lost everything. Oh my god. Now there is some kind of storm brewing. What the heck? Please don't let a tornado hit the village right now. Okay, that's the last one. Wave 1 down. The blizzard is insane. It's impossible to move here. Is it just me or something happening right above us? Gotta run. Gotta run. No. Please. Please. Please, that thing's forming up there. Gotta get out. No. I can't move. Faster. Please. No, 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 no. Please. Urgent. Boat. 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 No, boat. So yeah, I've been spinning this tornado for like 5 minutes now, and the only thing I've noticed is that we can move around inside it. Okay, if we try to let it drop somehow, please. Slowly, 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 slowly. Let it drop, please, please. No, no, yes, axolotl, no, no, where are we going? No, no, oh no, oh my god. And we don't have any water anymore. Okay, we're going on a second round. Please, 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 right in this water. Right in this water, slowly, 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 please. Yes, 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 and the water. Yes, I took it. Now we can run, please. Please, we can. No, 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 no. Please, please, we can run. We can run. We can run. No, we cannot. We cannot. Water, no, please. Please. Yes, no, no, no. No. We're still holding. We're still holding here. I'm still there. I'm still there. Yes. Oh my god, it was very intense. I can't believe I survived it all. And cats here, I think they don't get any fall damage. They're just lucky. Anyway, back to raid. The pillagers just keep coming, and what's worse, my wool armor can handle this many hits. I have to keep crafting new sets every few minutes. And the sneaky one is still there. No! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Please! Please! And we don't have anything. We don't have a boat. We don't have a boat. Oh no! Oh no! They. What do we do? And it's chasing me. And it's chasing me. No! It's catching up. Boat, boat, quick. Hit the gas, hit the gas, hit the gas. First gear, fast. No, no, where is steering? No, no. It's still chasing us. No, oh, no. How many hearts does it take? Oh my god. Run, please. It's catching up, it's catching up. Oh my god. It was so intense. Oh my god. So yeah, we're still fighting off the pillagers. Sometimes they try to fight back, and this big guy, yikes. Oh no, it's chasing me one more time. Oh no, it's catching up. Please, please, I put a bow there. I think I can oh, how many hearts does it take? Please, boat, fast. What's going on with my inventory? Oh no, what's going on? Did you see that? Do you see my inventory? Okay, I'm escaping, please, fast. It's far away, Ooh, that's all. Oh my god, I almost died. Did you see my inventory?
What?
My armor, please. No! Half a heart left, no, please! I almost died because I forgot I even had totems. At least now we got a bunch of them, and I'm out of wool to craft a new armor. All I've got is lava, and I'm gonna have to use it to keep warm. This raid has gone on way too long. I didn't exactly win the raid, but I did collect enough totems to save my butt in the future. I think it's time to head back home. Wow, I didn't expect to get this lucky. Just so you know, the northern lights only appear in snowy biomes and only during the full moon. This site is absolutely breathtaking. Somehow, with a bit of lava in my worms and sheer determination, I managed to make it back home. It was a long journey, and I definitely want to do something like this again. Now that I'm back at the base, I'm sorting through all the loot, decorating the house with the new items I've gathered and crafting even more bookshelves. This time we've unlocked the level 30 enchantments. I decided to make a new pickaxe and enchanted it with efficiency 3, and also got a fortune 2, not too shabby. Plus I crafted a new bow, and at the level 26 I got an infinity enchantment. I tried to gain experience by breeding animals, but this strategy wasn't really paying off. So I headed to the caves to rack up the remaining XP by mining ores. I think redstone gives the most XP, but diamonds are also a nice bonus. After a few minutes I gathered enough experience and headed back to the surface. Yoink. Oh yeah, and now we have a power 3 on top of that, sweet. I can also combine my old pickaxe with a new one to get unbreaking. Nice. I sheared some sheep, laid down a path on the island, and everything feels a lot more vibrant now. The island finally looks the way I've always wanted it to. I spent the night by campfire restoring my sanity, and then at the crack of dawn set out on a new journey. This time I was on the hunt for a village for trading. By evening, I stumbled upon a village. In a blacksmith chest, I even found a diamond horse armor. Plus, there was a cartographer's table, which was exactly what I was looking for. I spent the night there, and in the morning I was on the lookout for a trading partner. But it felt like there was one villager in the entire village. Are they keeping villagers hostage in box? I mean, I get a whole keeping kids in the basement thing, but... So the only farmer in the village decided to change his profession and become a cartographer. I brought all my paper supplies, but it wasn't enough to unlock the next trade, so I had to spend some emeralds. The second trade unlocked the Ocean Explorer map, but my attention was caught by the trade for glass panels. So I tore down a villager's house, crafted a furnace, and then tore down the house again.
What the fuck do you think you're doing?
And we smelt a charcoal. While it was smelting, I went to collect sand. Sure, everything's smelting nicely, but when you've got two surfaces running, things move a lot faster. I sold the glass panels, leveled up the trades, and finally by nightfall I unlocked a new deal. And all of this was for a Woodland Explorer map. I think I've had too few adventures lately. For real. So the mansion wasn't too far away. I found the entrance and began exploring the structure. The Vindicators weren't much of a challenge. The first floor was pretty calm, and after clearing all the rooms, I decided to move on. There weren't many mobs here, to be honest. Occasionally I'd run into some evokers, but they were no problem either. Alright, little Enderman, come here. Boom. 2 pearls, easy peasy. Okay, stupid evoker, come here. How many of them? Oh no, goodbye. Oh, goodbye. Oh my god, please, fast, run, please. I headed up to the 3rd floor. More free totems coming our way. Okay, one more totem. Oh, no, oh my god, how many of them are there? Oh my god, one more totem, please, run, please run. Ooh, I just shit in my pants right now. That was actually pretty dangerous. I thoroughly explored the place, but there wasn't anything or anyone else left in the mansion, so I decided to head back home. On the way back, I didn't expect to find anything particularly interesting, but then out of nowhere I started lagging hard, and it felt like the ocean was suddenly covered in shadow. And just look at what I found above me. A massive ice island. It looked absolutely stunning, and the best part was that it even had some kind of watchtower on it. Home sweet home. I finally made it back, and I'm glad to report that I won't be heading out to another expedition anytime soon. I've got more resources than we need right now. I crafted and enchanted a new diamond pickaxe and headed to the nether. Did something happen? Well, it's their own fault for attacking me. Whew. My plan is to gather some ancient debris in the nether to craft some cool armor, but I ran into a problem finding the lowest point in the nether, and then I almost lost a totem. Or, well, maybe I did lose it. Skeleton, don't you have anything better to do? Leave me alone! Ouch! Oh, he broke my leaf armor. Stop hitting me! Oh, great, there is another totem, and I'm still lost in the middle of nowhere. Finally, I'm home! And I didn't waste the second totem. Nice job, me. After taking some time to restore my sanity, I decided not to rush with the netherite just yet. I had plans to create a new storage room or something like that. This room would be a bit lower than the others, with wooden walls and a floor and ceiling made of dark wood. And maybe a couple of chests here. I'm not sure if we'll use this room anytime soon, but it's a space for the future since I plan to expand our basement system. Being from a wealthy family, we fixed our armor using diamonds, of course. And I spent some time organizing the resource chest a bit. So with nothing much to do, I decided to build something like a house around our nether portal. At this time I let my 5-year-old brother handle the design. And yes, it's pretty obvious that we're going with a box shape. That's not negotiable. The roof naturally is made of deep slate, and it's pyramid shaped to make it look as awkward as possible. We also decided to add some ventilation directly into the roof, so that the fresh nether aroma could fill us not only with the joy, but with all the emotions this game has to offer. What am I even saying? Anyway, it turned out to be just a hot mess. After such a shame, I decided to gather some wood. And then of course, I thought I'd give ancient debris mining another shot. Please, put out! No! Our armor, please. Oh no. My computer falling because of this. The second attempt was a bust, so it's better to head back home. And what about a pickaxe, which I enchanted specifically for netherite digging? It's already almost broken, and as you can see I still haven't found anything. By the way, today is the last day of autumn. Tomorrow we'll wake up on the first day of winter. Good night, everyone. Winter's here, the temperature has dropped, and being outside without warm clothing is gonna be tough. But that doesn't concern us right now. I've got plans to head into the nether again. And as you might have guessed, this is gonna be my third attempt at finding some netherite. My plan is not to drag out a trip and definitely not to end up here without water like usual. As far as I know, ancient debris is most commonly found in the Crimson Forest, so we need to figure out a way to descend to the right altitude level. After a pretty long time and some failed parkour attempts, I finally reached the level. Alright, well, if... Please, potion. Anyway, while the potion is active, we need to act too. In the end, I made a path down to the diamonds level. Diamonds? Netherite. And as I know, it's best to mine between chunks. Feel free to comment below the chunks are cheating, okay? Damn, this is lava. I'm here just all the time on fire. I cannot just stay here without losing HP for a minute. Gotta craft some armor. I'm gonna have a heart. Okay, one more. Oh, I really saved my life there.
Come on, man.
Well, I don't know how lucky we'll be here, but I'm continuing to search. I've been here for a little longer than expected, and most importantly, I have no idea where I'm at or where the exit might be. Okay, I'm in the middle of nowhere. I don't know how to get out of here, and it's very dark. I almost don't see anything. It's so dark here. Oh, pigs. Where's it going? Please, die. I don't know how to get out of here. I don't see anything at all. I just see the end of the tunnel. It's so dark in here. Why won't they go away? What does it mean? What do I do? Okay, we have one fire resistant potion, and we need to swim out of here. Through the lava. Oh my god. Okay. I'm on the surface. I'm so scared. Those piglins, soglins, who are they? Please. They're everywhere here. I just got out on the land and they're just everywhere. Oh my god. What do I do? They're just everywhere. I don't even know how to get out of here, and I need to hope that I'll survive this. Those voices in my head. Oh my god. What do I do? Where I'm at. I'm running, please. I don't know where I'm at, but I hope I'm close. They're all attacking me. My leaf armor just broke. I'm starting to burn. Oh my god, what do? I don't have any water. I don't have anything. I think I'm gonna die here. Please, leave me alone. And that monster is there. No! Oh my god, totem. I have another one. Yes, I have. Please, no. Don't hit me, please. Oh my god. I'm close to the home. I'm close to the portal, please. They all just surrounded me, those zombie piglins, those monsters. Oh my god, I don't even know how I survived this. Oh my god, let's just go back home. And those sheeps. I burned here, what do I do? Water. That's just insane, I don't even know how we survived it all. That's sheep, let's just kill them. And those things just waiting for me there. It's scary. The only thing is to restore our sanity is just a campfire. I don't know how much time it will take, but we need to stay at home. And something is going on outside there as well. Who is this? What's going on? Why are you trembling like that? Where did he fly? Did you see that? Is it a tornado? The tornado is just blowing them away. Oh my god. This is just insane. I can't believe this happened. It seems like it's the sound of the tornado. I'd better hide somewhere in the basement. Oh my god, in the basement I'm starting to freeze. What? Oh my god, what do I do? Where's the clothing? I don't know. Help me, please. Where's the clothing? I don't know where I put it. Oh, here, please. Warm clothing, please. Help me. Do you see this? We have some hole inside our roof. That's not a good sign. The weather in this place won't let you survive like that. We need to refresh the campfires, otherwise how else we're gonna restore our sanity? This time I spent quite a bit of time by campfire and managed to restore about half of my sanity. Meanwhile, outside there were blizzards and a decent amount of snow piled up on my territory. Plus, our house's roof got damaged after the tornado. I decided to spend a little more time restoring my sanity, but now we've got a lot of work to do. Our territory took a pretty big hit after the storm. I repaired the roof and decided to continue later. In the sea near my lake, I'm gathering kelp. We're gonna need it quite a bit, since I'm planning to build an elevator right down to the mine. And where I wanted to build it is where our makeshift storage used to be. I just decided to demolish it. Honestly, it didn't take much time to build, so we can just pretend it never existed. But I also decided to build it on the other side of our basement. We won't have much space here, but storage doesn't need much. Spruce walls, and it looks pretty cozy, which is just enough. After that, I needed some wood, so I decided to chop down the remaining forest that was left on my island after the hurricanes. Of course, I replanted everything with new trees, and our area started to regain its original look. Directly across from the storage room, I had plans to create another room. Just like the previous ones, it would have wooden walls and roof made of deep slate bricks. My goal here was to build an elevator that leads directly to the mine, so we wouldn't have to waste time climbing down ladders all the time. Oh, there goes another bold one. And one more pearl for the collection. I spent quite a bit of time here and stumbled upon an underwater cave. I had to block everything off, which was a long and time-consuming process, but eventually I reached the deep slate level, which meant we're already halfway there. Of course, I came across some diamonds along the way too. Later, I headed to the nether to get some soul sand. Oh, hello, what happened? I replenished my food supplies at home and waited out the storm. Holy crap, stop bumping me already! Now I've got to fix everything again. Oh my god, no! Boop. When I finally reached the minus 56 altitude, I started placing the kelp upwards, but of course in the most genius way possible, almost suffocating in the process. In the end, I barely managed to finish the elevator, and now I'm planning to secure the descent so that it's safe to go down. Well, something like that. I think it wouldn't hurt to spend some time in the mine and see if there are still any resources left. I didn't gather too many valuables, but we don't really need them right now. I'm curious which direction the portal is. I'm not going there right now, but knowing the direction for the future wouldn't hurt. Since I was pretty bored and wanted to pass the time, I decided to head back into the mine again, this time for a bit longer. Wow, look where I ended up. Just look, 1 diamond, 2 diamonds, 3 diamonds, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I just started going that way, and there is another vein along the path. I still need to take out all these mobs first. And then I can calmly mine the diamonds. Now I'm heading back home, and I think we'll be ready to face the dragon soon. We've got plenty of diamonds, so I crafted a helmet and repaired my bow. I'm not sure how, but our sugarcane keeps growing in the basement. Maybe it's not that cold down there after all. I see a rainbow in Minecraft for the first time. Wow. I decided to make some changes to our basement corridors leading to the storage and the elevator. Corridors 3 blocks wide will look much better and make it easier to navigate. The snowstorm outside continued, but I decided to step out briefly to gather some wood, which I needed to finish the job. For the last time I reduced the sheep population on our farm, restored my sanity and grilled some meat. By the way, I completely forgot that we found some netherite, and it's been smelting for a while now. If I hadn't checked the furnace, I probably wouldn't have remembered. We've gathered a lot of resources over time. I'm not sure if we need all of this, but maybe we'll build a beacon in the future. Right now, I decided to start preparing for the Ender Dragon, and the smithing table will help us with that. I think I'm total idiot. It takes some skill to mess up this badly. I almost died in the nether, and in the end I can't even upgrade my armor because we need a netherite upgrade. But I happen to have 2 desert templates in my inventory, and we can use those. Of course, not the best idea, but a piece of netherite will always be with us. And most importantly, the armor doesn't look too bad. What's happening outside? Whoa, I tried to go downstairs to the first floor, and I got a little stuck here. How do I get out now? I can't move at all. We have a lot of diamonds and still not a full diamond armor set. I decided to craft boots and do some enchanting. First, I upgraded the helmet to protection 3, and then the boots to protection 4 with unbreaking 3 as a bonus. Finally, almost a year into survival and we have a full set of diamond armor. I don't think we'll be using it outside considering the harsh winter. At least we have it. Meanwhile, the lamb is done cooking. I take some water with me, strength potions I brewed earlier, craft a few under ice, and I'm ready to set out on a journey. As the ice showed last time, we need to head in that direction, towards the ruined forest. Well, it seems the portal is nearby, so let's start digging around here. I was lucky to dig straight into the stronghold. Now the goal is to find the portal. I didn't find it right away, but I did come across a library. The first chest had a power 4 book, and the second one had only a template as something useful. I didn't bother looting books since we don't really need them right now, and I decided to focus on finding the portal. I spent quite a bit of time here and eventually found a second library. This one had a book with protection 3, efficiency 4 and piercing, and a few other enchanted books, but I'm too lazy to list them all. We are about to face the dragon, so don't relax. So let's start by breaking the spawner. Now we'll pull away all the necessary stuff. Where is the... wait a minute.
Wait a minute!
I swear I brought the powder with me. Where is it?
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
I'm almost home. We only have 3 powders, so where did I lose the rest? I went through all the chests and I didn't find anything, which means we have to go back to the nether and get those darn blaze rods. There's snowstorms again.
I've been fucking hoes and popping pillies, man, I feel just like a rockstar.
Alright, now we're definitely ready. Let's go. We spawn on some platform really far from the island, so we need to start building. Then let's blow up all the crystals.
Make that thing go ra-ta-ta-ta. Switch my whip, came back in black, I'm starting saying rest in peace to Bon Scott. Close that door, we blowing smoke, she asked me light a fire like the Morrison.
We finally killed the dragon. Our sanity dropped significantly near the egg. I'm not sure where we'll store it in the future, but let's take it anyway. That's the end of the year of survival. I hope you enjoyed the video because I really put in the effort. And if you're looking forward to the next episode, drop a like. As always, this was Skillux. See you all later.